Hello everyone and welcome to Long's Toys. Today we'll be taking a look at Shazam and Tiger from the Imaginext DC Super Friends collection. I saw this on the shelf and I always wondered why he came with a tiger. It always seemed a little weird to me, but from what I understand he did have a tiger companion in the comics. So I don't know very much about Shazam. I know the character originally was called Captain Marvel in the DC comics, but due to problems with Marvel having a similar character or a character named a similar thing, they kind of eventually just kind of regressed and just started calling him Shazam, which is the word he would call out to transform from Billy Batson to Captain Marvel / Shazam. So I guess they're just leaning into it now, and he's just Shazam. Just makes things easier. But the figure looks fantastic. Very excited to get a Shazam figure. Not a super huge like main character from DC, a little bit of a fringe character, so very excited to get him. And I don't know much about this Tiger Companion, but he looks really neat. So we're definitely going to be checking him out in a minute here. Obviously his main gimmick is the firing missile, but he also has a chomping action, which is very cool. It says, "Is there a villain daring enough to challenge Shazam and his tiger? You'll only find out that lightning can strike the same place twice. When your little DC superhero flies Shazam and his tiger into battle, supervillains won't know what's worse, a lightning strike or a tiger's big bite." So there you have it. Then you can see some other ones down here. I always wish the superhero Flight City, I think, is pretty cool. I missed out on that one. I wanted a little Daily Planet playset. This thing was always a little weird to me, this kind of Batwing gauntlet thing. I still don't really get that. This one's kind of cool, the Joker Surprise. Only because it comes, if I'm not mistaken, it comes with Joker in his The Killing Joke outfit, which is ridiculous that shows up in an Imaginext line. The Snowcat, I don't know much about. I do have this one, which is pretty awesome. I love the Batman Beyond. So cool that we got a Batman Beyond figure. But yeah, that's pretty much it for the packaging. I'm going to go ahead and get this open so we can take a closer look. Here is everything out of the packaging. We'll start with the Shazam figure first. I think they did a great job. I definitely don't remember him having a hood. I always kind of remember like a half cape that he wore over the one side. But I think, this is probably good enough. This is probably repurposed from something. It almost looks like Batman down here at the bottom. But I think they did a pretty decent job with it, and I'm happy with his cape. You can take it off, of course. You just slip that right off. It's one solid piece. And then he's got the really cool lightning eyes, which looks really nice. And then he's got, of course, the lightning bolt on his chest. He's got your standard Imaginext articulation, wrists, shoulders, waist, head can go from side to side. So he's not, I wouldn't say, like 100% screen accurate to the cartoon that I should say, what I most know him from, he showed up on Justice League Unlimited. Did a really nice job with him on that show. And it's not 100% from what I remember from that. Like I said, I remember the cape being off to the side, but it really doesn't bother me. I still think it's pretty cool, and I think they did a nice job. So very happy to get this Shazam figure. The tiger is very neat. He comes with these 3 lightning bolt-shaped projectiles. And the cool thing about this is you can see these little sections here on the side. You can actually store the extra missiles in these places right here, which is pretty cool. And then you can go ahead and load one in. And then you just press this button on the top. Whoa, and that is gone. Where did that go? Over here? Okay, that flew up in the air. So you can see that this thing actually turns as you fire it, which is kind of neat. I kind of wish you could angle this, but I don't think you can. I think that's pretty much in there. But it's not a big deal. The other cool feature is this red button down here. You can see he opens and closes his mouth, so you can pretend like he's talking. Quick, Shazam, we need to get to the other side. Ah! I don't know. I just say, I'm not very good at making up stories as I go. But I think that's hilarious. It kind of reminds me of Cringer / Battlecat from Masters of the Universe. Just like the face and, oh, He-Man, I'm scared! But you have articulation here and all of the legs. Not a ton, but it can swivel front to back. Little movement there, which I think is pretty cool. So I think he's neat. I do. I think if Imaginext wanted to repurpose this into Battlecat, they probably wouldn't have to do too much. Quick paint job, maybe turn this thing into a saddle. Good enough for me. You'd have to actually come up with some kind of head covering, but overall, I think this guy is pretty neat. I like the missile firing gimmick. I love the fact that you can store the missiles on the side there. And I love the mouth roaring, chomping, whatever action you want to call that. I think it's pretty sweet. So I like this set. I think it's fun. Usually around $14.99 if you find it at Target or Walmart. Sometimes Walmart has them for like $12.88, so that's a possibility. I got this at Toys R Us. If you can still find stuff in your area. The Toys R Us's went from having a ton of stuff still to all of a sudden snap your fingers and they're like almost bare. So I don't know what happened, but I guess maybe Memorial Day there was a big push or something because all of a sudden stuff's really been cleared out. But if you can find this guy on sale at Toys R Us, definitely worth that price. But otherwise, I'd say maybe look for a sale, Target or Walmart, something like that. But definitely a fun set. If you're a big fan of Shazam, I think they did a nice job with the figure. I think the Tiger's a little silly, but I think he's fun. I like his play features, so I think it's a fun set. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Please like and share the video, and please subscribe. I hope you guys enjoyed this look at Shazam and Tiger from the Imaginext DC Super Friends line. And as always, guys, thank you so much for watching.